We got run stoppers. We got a new linebacking core. But can they stop the pass? Welcome back. You on the BART. Next stop, Bulldog Boulevard. Let's go.
Just win, baby.
Yo, what's goody in the hoodie? You on the BART, that Bay Area Raiders talk, brought to you by the EBA's Black Show. It's your boy Black, the quarterback. My name tag right on here. How you guys doing? You guys ready for that draft? The draft coming up this weekend. Sorry for the wait, fellas. Sorry for the wait. Let me make this adjustments. Why don't y'all go ahead and share this real quick. We're going to talk about the linebacking core, the new linebacking core that we got. A much-needed area that we need to discuss. That we need to address. Hold on, y'all. And so now we addressed it. So now we're going to find out, is it the pieces that we need? Let me see what's up with you guys, man. You guys are waiting on me. I'm sorry. Bruce Willis, you know what I'm saying? It's good with it, Nutty Raider. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the first stop. Following a significant off-season overhaul, we added new players to the roster. We added Quay Walker. Cut that shit up, Quay. We got him from the Packers. Nakobe Dean. Those are the two main. And who else we have in our linebacking core? Tommy Eichenberg. We grabbed Jamin Davis. Sagun Alubai. Yeah, that guy, he did something to us last year. I don't know if y'all remember. Let me see who remember. Put it in the chat if that name sounds familiar. It's Sagun Olubi, Olubi. We got Brendan Jackson as well and Cody Lindenberg. So I'm very optimistic about this linebacking core that we have. Because last year we had a mixed bag. We had some new guys. We had some players playing out of position or a hybrid position. And then we had some veterans. So although we ranked a respectable 15th in total yards and yards allowed per game, we were 22nd against the run and 25th in points allowed. That's ugly. Got my boy Raider Twine. Add the brother to the stream. What's up with Raider Twine?
Hey, what's good, fam?
All right, man. We gonna talk about this linebacking core today, man. Glad you could pull up and jump on the BART with your boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we was 15 in yards allowed per game, but we was 22nd against the run and 25th in points allowed. It's hard to win games like that, but most of that was because the offense could not keep the defense off the field. So that we had a big issue with. We're gonna also talk about the special teams tonight. So take a look at it. So with the new addition of Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean, do you think that they will end up being who do you think will end up being the green dot leader for this unit? It might even be the red dot, actually.
I don't think either of them.
Interesting. Elaborate.
So I'll say it like this. Could they be the green dot? Could they get the call themselves? Yes. But do I see one of them as the middle linebacker per se? I don't. I think they're more out. I think they would benefit more on the outside. I think if we had I think if Eichenberg stepped up to be a middle linebacker, or we drafted someone to be that middle linebacker for us, then that frees them up from being, you know what I'm saying? Because I think Nakobe Dean is a guy that you put Nakobe Dean, on the outside because you want him to have that pass rush ability. Same thing with Quay Walker. You can use Quay Walker as a middle linebacker, but I think he benefits more on the outside than he does on the middle. So it just depends on it. In your question of green dot, can he be the green dot? Can he get the call? Yes, he can, but I don't see it as a middle linebacker.
Okay.
So that's just my opinion. Like I said, I think Quay. Like I said, I think Quay can play it, but I think he would benefit more if he was more of an outside linebacker.
Okay. Well, Quay brings in the Iron Man tackle consistency to this linebacking core, and the upside with Nakobe Dean that he provides high-end blitzing capability when he's healthy. And then with Eichenberg, he keeps our special teams. Uh, he keeps fighting for those hidden yardage battle. Because he was a stud on special teams, but we're looking for him to, make that next step to get on the field. Because, like Twan said, he believes that the two guys that we got should be on the outside and not so much on the inside. I want to say what's up to my guys. What's up with it? We got my Nizzle Pizzle for Shizzo.
What's cracking, guys? How you doing?
All right. We got the dirty one. Raider, the dirty Raider himself.
Blessings.
I thought I seen my other brother in here too. I thought I seen the nutty one too, the nutty bunch, nutty Raider Nate.
What's goody?
Yeah. So we talking about these linebackers. When we was talking about the red dot, green dot guy, who's going to be the signal caller? Who you think is going to be the signal caller for this defense, if either?
Yeah, I think you can't give it to Nakobe Dean for the same reason you can't let JPJ be the center because of injury history and availability. He's got to show he can be consistent with that department before he gets the green dot, in my opinion. But yeah, Twan was right. He's more of a pass rusher, kind of a linebacker edge kind of guy. But I expect him to do some damage. But Quay Walker is definitely more qualified than Nakobe Dean for the green dot.
Okay. Anybody else? I'm hearing some mixed emotions about this.
I could see both sides of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this, the way I feel, you can't go wrong with either one compared to what we had last year. So, both of them were great signings. You know what I mean? They really upped our linebacking room, instantly by adding them. So, some people may not believe in them. Some people may think, Nakobe Dean is washed. I don't think that. I don't. You know what I mean? People thought that Adams was washed, not the receiver. You know what I mean? But the defender we had last year.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he still made over 100 plus tackles. So, people resurge in different places. We say this all the time. You know what I mean? People succeed better with a new, fresh start. So, for me, like, you can't go wrong with either one. But, Quay is a guy that I had a big eye on. I eyed him. I didn't eye Nakobe Dean, honestly. I didn't, but Quay Walker was a guy that was on my list. He was in my top Top 5, yeah, he was in my top 5 people to get. Went and got him. You know, he gets the green dot, cool. But in all honesty, you can't go wrong with either one.
No, I
Yeah,
think
well,
oh, go ahead.
but no, you go ahead.
No, I'm with that. Maybe I'm just, and maybe you guys can, help me get off the cliff or whatever you call it. But I'm for some reason I'm hopeful for Eichenberg. I know that, at some point he did. He was getting some of the calls in regards to green dot. It wasn't necessarily that he was the main guy out there, but he had that responsibility to himself. So we'll see, with Rob Leonard being the, defensive coordinator, how he still feels, how he feels about, Eichenberg doing that, because I think that, again, it goes back to having the flexibility of Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean, letting them do, some more of the outside stuff. If they can have someone really man the middle, and I think Eichenberg is that guy that can get downhill, and do what he needs to do on that end.
I mean, he
Okay.
might earn some reps, but green dot, no.
That's a big jump from special teams to green dot.
Yeah.
I think Max should get the green dot with all the Kobe ball he be playing over there, hogging the ball and shit.
Oh wow.
he,
Hey,
he
so
be he be running his own stunts and shit, and the linebackers got to play off him. So I
Hey,
don't know.
that's
Yeah.
hey Nate, you ain't never lied like
Yep.
that. In that aspect, yes, because he be going rogue. He don't even be communicating on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the linebackers are
how
supposed
y'all
to
know he don't be communicating? Y'all can't hear.
he be going.
You can see.
Oh no.
Hey, you
You
can
can
tell
see,
that he
bro.
goes rogue because
You watch ball. You
he
can
goes
see.
rogue, and then there's nobody there to cover it up, and the linebackers are supposed to cover up the
Boy.
D line,
And that's why he can't wear the green dot, because he go rogue.
and
Right.
Exactly why
everybody
he
knows
can't
you're gonna
wear
run it on the backside where he
he don't
is,
set the
and
edge.
Panther
No.
goes,
He don't set
He
that
gonna
edge.
open the mic and he ain't gonna listen. He
Give
gonna be
him the
like,
green
fuck
dot.
that.
Fuck it. He
Y'all
runs the
tripping.
defense.
Yeah.
He calls the plays. Fuck it.
Yeah, he
He
be
going
running.
rogue. He from EPA rogue.
What
He
up,
be
going
running his
rogue.
own defense.
What
I
up,
don't like
bro?
that. He gonna be like, I don't like that. I don't like that shit at all. I'm gonna have to drop a dime. We're gonna have to play the
I
dime.
don't like that.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
that.
that.
I don't like that. We're gonna have to play the dime.
Hey, so the cerebral, the cerebral. When he said the cerebral one, that's what I want to call him. First time seeing you here. Shout out to you. Consider
Blessings to you.
subscribing to Chat Raider. What's up? So he
I
say
think
Nakobe Dean should wear the green dot. He's the more cerebral linebacker. You guys are not feeling it. Either one of these guys.
is that egalitarian with a new name?
Oh no. You know
Right?
who
Yeah, I
he
think
is.
so, huh?
Because
What's the
the
same?
picture, I think I remember the picture looks the same. It looks
Oh,
like egalitarian with a new name.
okay. Well, shout out to who? I don't know who that one is. Eagle Terry is either.
Egalitarian?
Eagle Terry, Singletary,
Oh, that's
Grant.
what I'm known as.
I didn't.
Well, Singletary
My bad
definitely.
though. But shout out to you though. So yeah. So our defense, we struggled last year. Obviously, we were going 3-14, and we recorded 37 total sacks. We were led by Max Crosby with 10 of them things. So we're focused on rebuilding a linebacking core this spring so we can improve our run defense that allowed nearly 2,000 yards last year. Now, do you think bringing in the veterans going to add to the impact of our defense next season? Because I think adding veteran speed and starting experience and that cohesion that I saw in the chat, it usually is the fastest way to fix a leaky run run defense. So what do you guys think? I wasn't real high on these guys because I don't know a whole bunch about them, but I'm wondering, can we crack top 12? Can we crack top 12? What you guys think?
Top 12 would be a blessing. The reality is maybe top 17. You know what I mean? I honestly, like, I believe they could
like
at
that.
least be top 17. 12 would be nice. 12 would be nice. Better than 12 would be fucking fabulous. You know what I
Off the
mean?
rip,
But
off the rip, that's crazy.
if we could just find somewhere into the top, you know what I mean, 17 defenses, I think we'll be okay. You know what I mean? Coming from the bottom, like the pits, you know what I mean, to somewhere in the middle of the pack, that's an improvement. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to come down to how good the offense is and how well they sustain drives and how long they can keep the defense rested. Because the more they're out there, the shittier they're going to be.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one, Pizzle. You know what I mean? We've seen our defense be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We've seen our defense be good and get gassed because the offense can't do shit. And then they end up looking like they ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, I definitely agree with that one because, you know, we gotta somehow, you know what I mean, play equal football, balanced football. You know what I mean? The offense has to step up. If the defense creates a turnover, man, go put some points up. I don't give a shit if it's a field goal or if it's a fucking touchdown. Just don't punt it away. Don't get a turnover and then end up having to punt that away.
I agree.
That's stupid.
That's
stupid.
I thought we had a pretty good ranked defense last year. I think it was top 15 until we started putting them out on the field for 30 minutes or more. Like
45 minutes. What defense plays 42 minutes in the game, man?
I know.
Tell me.
It's, you know, it's crazy. But I think if we can, like you said, if we can run the ball, get some turnovers and get points on the board out of those turnovers, we should be all right because we definitely got to get them some rest. You know, you can, like, the most I expect out of a defense is 25 minutes, bro. If your defense is on the field for 25 minutes or more, it might even be less than that. 22 minutes.
We talking 15-minute quarters, right?
Yeah.
That's 30-minute halves, man. You know, I watched the game where we had 23 minutes of defensive football in one half. In one half, bro. Every time we got the ball, it was 4 and out with a punt, and we only held the ball offensively for 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We held the ball offensively for 4 freaking minutes in one half.
The best way to ensure these linebackers eat, though, and they're successful, is the front. Our specifically, we need a nose tackle. Once again, we could easily fill that position on Friday, hopefully. So I can't rank them. I can't rank them top 12. Nah, not till I see the full roster. And then I might see what that look like over there.
Yeah. I think that's wishful thinking until we see what we possibly get in this draft, because I'm not trusting the secondary in the defense anyway. So that with the other things combined, I don't think they'll even get to 12.
Yeah,
that's even with the you know, offense being on the field, you know what I'm saying, and giving, allowing the defense to get some Gatorade, you know what I'm saying, in between.
Well, I think if the defensive line's able to step up and get some pressure, we're not able sitting back there for 7 seconds, I think they'll be all right. But if it's going to be Thanksgiving every Sunday, then yeah, it's going to be horrible. You know what I'm saying? We got to get pressure. If the pressure is going to make the back end look good. If you don't get pressure, then the back end is going to look like it looks right now, which is horrible.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Oh, good. No, and that's the question. Have we been getting pressure?
No.
No, that's
not.
I think that's why we're changing defensive schemes altogether, though, because the way our defense is comprised now is, schematically is that we're gonna essentially block up everybody and we shooting gaps.
Mm-hmm.
That's what these guys are, downhill, sideline to sideline guys, stop the run guys, bring pressure on the quarterback guys, so that way we can help the back end out. We weren't getting pressure last year, but we brought in players that should get pressure, and these linebackers should get pressure, because we never got pressures from our linebackers, except for, like you said, Adams. Adams balled out. I really liked how they use him. But I think now we have a couple different angles or sides of the field. We can actually do that with these two guys, Quay Walker. But many people believe Quay Walker is essentially the anchor of this new linebacking core. His profile is about high volume production and elite athleticism. He signed a 3-year, $40 million contract with $28 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid linebacker on the Raiders. So let's take a look at Quay Walker. Put that shit up, Quay.
What up, Alfredo?
Go with it.
The boss.
Alfredo, what it is?
What's up, Furpo?
What am I doing?
James Furpo, what it is? Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis. And I'm gonna make this argument one more time, man. I don't care who hates me for it. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So is Lethal Weapon.
It ain't even Christmas time, man. You over here.
Christmas in July.
It ain't even Christmas in July. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even July yet. You know what I'm saying? Halfway
Quay Walker. This is a big-time linebacker. 6'4", 240-something pounds. This is an old-school linebacker who likes to play downhill. We're going to see here right away. I mean, this is the kind of football player that you need when you're talking about stopping the run. Strength to speed is something that people talk about here, and understanding diagnosing the play. Bam! And right here, making a play. You diagnose the play, kind of understand what's going on, and hit and pull the trigger. Right here, bam, pull the trigger. Look at that. Great body control. You love that aspect about Walker. Once you have timing, kind of understanding that body control, being able to dip that shoulder a little bit so that guard can't hit you. You come in, you make a big time play.
Nice swim move right there. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's break down his 25 season and his projected impact for the 26 season. Okay, let's see. Well, here it is. Despite playing in only 14 games last year for the Packers, he was a statistical powerhouse. He brings a level of consistency to the middle of the field that the Raiders have lacked for years. He recorded a career-high 128 tackles last season. He is currently one of the only 3 players in NFL history to reach 100-plus tackles and a sack and a half in each of his first 4 seasons. He can be known as the eraser. He finished with 13 tackles for losses and 2.5 sacks, showing he can play behind the line of scrimmage as well as in pursuit. And
I was like, who talking?
Who was that? Oh, the dog. That's my dog for sure. So he's aggressive, and it looks like we're going to bring pressure up the middle. And here's more film on him on what his abilities say about it. The Hall of Famer EA.
This shows you his versatility when you're talking about a linebacker middle, being able to cover the middle of the field between those 2 hash marks. great job by getting his hands in the pocket. We know you can do some of these kind of things. But what we really want from a linebacker, we want a guy to be physical. Got the hands on the tight end, make the play. We're going to celebrate a little bit. We're going to show you.
And that's one of my main concerns. Can they cover the middle of the field? His tackling is elite, but he struggled in pass coverage last year, allowing 120.8 passing rating when targeted. This is an area the Raiders coaching staff will likely look to mask using a speed zone rather than man-to-man coverage. Yeah, we can't see that's what I was concerned about. Can we match up with players in the middle of the field if we don't get the pressure there?
Nope. And you know, I've kind of dived into Quay for a little bit, and even the stuff that I've been picking up on him is sometimes he has like mental, like, I don't want to say mental breaks, but it's not it doesn't it's not continual. I'll say it like that. Like he'll have a great play, and
It's
then
inconsistent.
Thank you. I was like, I need to go get the dictionary. It's not consistent. He'll have a great play, and then the next one is like, what were you thinking? And that's kind of the we'll see how that plays out.
Honestly, I don't know if I don't even know if they brought him in for a coverage linebacker spot. Honestly, Nakobe Dean, actually, people don't like it, but I'm gonna say it. He actually is better in coverage than Quay Walker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you really bring in Quay. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be your pass stopping linebacker. He can do it at times. You know what I mean? If he gets caught in the situation. You know what I mean? Given that he's paying attention to everything around him. But Nakobe Dean is better at it. And by having them both, that means you can send Quay Walker, who's bigger, faster, stronger, more healthier, on blitzes. You know what I mean? Versus trying to send Nakobe Dean in there, who gets hurt a little bit more often. So if you play him in pass, you save him the objections of taking unnecessary hits from bigger linemen, you know what I mean, and putting yourself at risk. So you got to look at it they're both starting linebackers. You know what I mean? I see the bottom of the screen, Quay Walker starting linebacker. They're both starting linebackers. There's no way in the world Nakobe Dean comes off the bench for us. That's not happening. You know what I mean? He's a starting linebacker alongside Quay Walker. So, yeah, they're both going to be inside linebackers. Unless Quay moves to the outside and particularly rushes from the outside more often. But it just all depends. You know what I mean? Honestly, I feel like they're both inside linebackers. They're there to solidify the middle of the field. One is better in pass than the other, and the other one is better in run than the other. So, you're equal. You're equaled out right there.
Rob Leonard, the ball's in his court.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's up to him to see how successful any of this is.
Well, it's going to boil down to how he's scheming, right?
He's the man.
Because we know that's going to be our weakness is our coverage and our linebacker.
For sure. Quay Walker.
What'd you say?
And Nakobe Dean.
Alfredo, our linebacker coach is from Philadelphia. What's his name, man? I want to say it's something Martin. I believe it's something Martin. I forget right off the top of my head, but yeah, our linebacking coach is from Philadelphia, Same linebacker coach who's been with Nakobe Dean since the last, well, at least I know for a fact at least last 2-3 years. So I believe he was on the staff when they won the Super Bowl. So
all y'all gotta do. Well, I'll find out. I'll look it up because I should have it. But one thing Quay he is a sure tackler though. He's ranked 12th in the league for the lowest missed tackle percentage at about a little over 7%, which is music to the ears of the Raiders fans who watched the last couple of years. While we struggle with fundamental tackling and running and tackling people from behind all day. So that's a breath of fresh air. And hopefully we can get him to, do a little bit of coverage and he ball out.
What Quay Walker is really all about. He wants to play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. He wants to be physical. He's a downhill football player. Very excited to be in this defense, being able to creep on the line of scrimmage. Here you come. Here you come. Look at this. Again, another linebacker who's going to be physical, run right over the running back and sack the quarterback. We've seen two guys right now, as far as linebackers we brought in, who are able to rush the quarterback, run through running backs, and make the play because they're so physically strong and gifted. I tell you, I think he's going to do an amazing job just providing that physical presence on the football field. He has been doing this since day one at the University of Georgia. Just great job here. We'll see him again. He's going to creep. He knows what's coming, right? You have to have the timing correct between all of the mud that's going on up front to be able to find your hole. You're going to mug it, and bam, that running back has no chance.
So both of these guys were acquired from the Packers?
No.
Okay, so just
show Alfredo. Yeah, I knew it was something, bro. Ronell Williams from the Eagles, Super Bowl year fire. You're dope. Yep. That is what happened.
Yeah, so Quay, he not a depth piece. He's going to be a schematic focal point of this defense with the new defensive coordinator Rob Leonard. He's a sideline to sideline guy to stop the run. He's arguably the fastest linebacker on the roster. And in the division, we got mobile quarterbacks. We can get creative with the run schemes, and teams get creative with the run schemes, and his ability to chase down players from the backside will be valuable, or just going from sideline to sideline will be very, very valuable. So I think we're focusing on just stopping the run first, because, also our offense identity is run the ball, because success is running the ball. And if we can stop teams from running the ball, then maybe we can create some turnovers and maybe make up for that lack that we have in coverage.
Yeah, I think we definitely need linebackers in the draft.
Yep.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Need corners too. Need at least one corner. But yeah, linebackers should be a need. Should be a point of emphasis to focus on.
Safety, corner, linebackers, nose tackles.
Because anything outside of them is what? Eichenberg, Lindenberg.
Told you, I'm on. My only goal is Lee Hunter. I get Lee Hunter. I'm good. That's all I ask for.
I agree to that.
That's all I ask for.
That's a Friday, right? We'll find out Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, day 2.
Friday. So teaming up.
Might find out Thursday.
Nah, he ain't gonna go in the first round.
Shit.
Oh well, he might. I don't know.
We might pick twice in the first round.
Oh, here we go. Well, we'll talk about that at the end of August. Magical extra first round picks.
No, trading back up to get back into the first round.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Magical first round picks
For Lee Hunter.
Yeah. Well, let's stay on track. Let's talk about the Bash brothers, the new Bash brothers, and Kobe Dean and Quay Walker. the new Bash brothers. So I think bringing them in, it gives you the ability to use the strength of each one of them. Like it's going to be up to Rob Leonard to like really learn these guys, and that's something that he says that he prides himself on is the ability that he learned the guys so he can use them um, in their best, put them in position to succeed. So you be able to uh, use them the best way you want to, basically be able
I,
to kind of send this guy one time, send the other guy, drop this other guy back. I do agree we do need linebackers, but as far as starting this core, because I think our linebacking core has just been a shell of itself the last few regimes.
I don't think they're taking linebackers serious fucking in 30, 40 years, bro. Since fucking
Matt Millen.
back in the day. I want to say the last like true linebacker was like Romanowski, Kirkland maybe.
You know,
Like that we drafted, or you just saying bringing in?
Yeah, but over general, just linebacker, because the linebacker position, you bring in either has-beens or.
But the thing is, we haven't really been able to hit on linebackers in the draft. It's because
I guess we tried with Corey Littleton.
You know what I mean? We've needed so many other pieces. We definitely needed a tight end when we could have got a stud linebacker. You know what I mean? But we went with the tight end. There's been other, first round things that we didn't get. We thought we was getting, and it turned out not being it. And yeah, so and it has been taking chances on linebackers who play at these small schools, don't really develop. We think that we can bring them in and develop them, and they end up not really panning out. And then you got a lot of people you bring in, and then you give up on them too early, and they go somewhere else, and they end up being stars. And like, it's not that we haven't been able to get good linebackers. We just haven't been able to get good play out of linebackers. You know what I mean? So, in essence, yeah, it's kind of been our fault because we have not coached our linebackers the right way. And hopefully this year changes it with a whole new coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. So if the defense comes out and they play well, and Rob Leonard, leads them to like a top 17 defense this year, people are gonna be looking back and saying, "Hey, well, Patrick Graham, you was fucking up."
Well, I think it's not hard to find a linebacker. You go to Penn State, which is renowned for linebackers, and you go draft a linebacker from Penn State. Like, it's not hard to find these guys, but the problem is like you said, we coach them up and then we let them go, or we don't think they're doing well and we let them go, and then they go somewhere else to get the attention that they need to detail, and then they start balling out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not hard to go out and find linebackers from good schools. Alabama has always got a good defense, always got a good linebacking core, right?
Georgia.
Yeah. You got Georgia. Yeah, Georgia's good.
Well, we got a Georgia linebacking core.
Yeah,
Iowa always has nice linebackers too. So I mean, there's plenty of schools that have talent. You know what I mean? Our problem is developing it and putting it on the field and getting the best out of it. We just ain't been lucky in that department. And like I said, this is a whole new coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I mean? We about to watch a coach who's gotten results out of linebackers, gotten to a Super Bowl, you know what I mean, in his position, won a Super Bowl in his position, so hopefully he brings some of that to us. Philly's always had nice linebacking play. You know what I mean? Philly's always had nice linebacking play. So, yeah, hopefully he brings a little bit of that to us. You know what I mean? Attention to detail. I think that's what they did this year when they was putting together the staff. Attention to detail. You know what I mean? I want to say 80% of our staff has Super Bowl rings.
Well, for me, I think my verdict is this. I think Walker is going to give us a good high floor because we know we're going to get good tackling. That's the one thing that we had an issue with was tackling, stopping the ball, stopping the run. That's why we can't stop the pass if you can't stop the run. I think that'll give us a good floor where he's at, and I think Dean will give us a good ceiling. So I just think they're just going to try to work with their chemistry, mix and match with them. They obviously worked together before, so there is some level of success there and continuity. And I just think it'll give us a better chance to win from that position alone in comparison to what we had in the past. Now, I did see like Spillane. I like Spillane too. A lot of people didn't like Spillane. They were already complaining he was tackling from the back. I
I
agree.
loved him.
But I think he was like very, very consistent. You know, he was always at 100 tackles. I'm like, you can't be weak and always have 100 tackles. Like, I wasn't feeling that when people were saying that.
Yeah,
But
that's somebody we
better
developed and
been,
let go. You know what I mean? That's a
mhm.
linebacker we had and we let go. He should still be here.
He disappeared a couple of games. He was solid though, but
He was
to
solid though.
pay him fucking top 5 linebacker money, nah.
No, I feel you on that. One thing
Yeah, but
about
he was in the
Spillane
Super
was he
Bowl,
would get
wasn't
caught in gap. He would
he?
get caught in gaps a lot, and then he would recover. But he used to get caught in gaps that he shouldn't get caught in because there'd be
Yeah,
two
but he
linebackers
didn't
in the
play. He
same
didn't have
gap.
that type of season when he went to the Super Bowl, did he?
No, he didn't. But that probably had a
Mhm.
lot to do with coaching.
Yep, exactly.
Zay 56 said we don't ever draft linebackers. You can't get no linebackers in the fourth round and expect them to
Dirt,
be good. It's the
dirt.
reason
So
they go late
Exactly.
in the draft.
Exactly.
so if we paid Spillane and kept him, we were going to the Super Bowl too.
No, I'm not
No,
saying
no.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we would have had better linebacking play. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying no Super Bowl nothing. I'm just
Right.
saying better linebacking play. And if you paired him with what we just pulled in, oh yeah, man, shit, I can see that defense being fire.
We don't
Probably only get
we don't grab either of those guys if we paid Spillane though.
Message.
Joe 916 say we also haven't invested in our linebacking core in the past besides this year free agency. I
Yep,
agree.
that is a true statement too.
Yeah. Zay said if you don't get a good front, none of that matter though. I like our linebacker room. We just don't got no gap fillers up front.
Yep.
They say Nate tripping.
Insert Lee Hunter.
The market go up
Gap.
every year. Next year, that contract gonna be middle of the pack. That's how it is
For
every year
a linebacker,
for any player.
Oh yeah, the market
yeah.
resets every few months.
But I'm telling you,
Somebody getting ready to sign a new deal and reset the market.
Spillane's almost punched out. I'm not trying to pay Spillane. He's about another
Okay.
few hits away from retirement.
I don't
I
know
give him.
about.
I say he got at least 3 seasons left in it.
So, do you guys think with Walker's high tackle volume, it'll finally translate into turnovers for our defense?
No,
Thanks.
no,
No.
no. I don't think he's not a turnover machine. He makes tackles. That's a good thing. If the turnovers, if I'm looking at it, the turnovers gonna come more from that up front line, getting a hand on, trying to strip running backs coming out the backfield. Quay is good at that. You know what I mean? Getting a hand on the running back coming out the backfield. You know what I mean? Creating fumbles. Max can do it. You know what I mean? Given help, you know what I mean? Not having to play every single down and saving his, his energy to play a full complete game. You know what I mean? I think he can do it. Also, look, the slot corner we just brought in from Buffalo.
Johnson.
Yeah. He's good at creating turnovers, punching the ball out on tackles and things of that nature. So while Walker's high tackle volume will be great, I honestly think more turnovers will probably come from those other positions that I named. You know what I mean? And maybe it's due to his high volume of tackles and them trying to run away from him that they run into these other people and the turnovers happen. I mean, you have that too. But if we're just asking, like, is he going to create more fumbles on his own just because of his high tackle volume? I would have to say no.
I would also say no, but I think in my assessment, I think it's more of a situation where when you think of turnovers in regards to linebackers, you think of interceptions. So that means it's going to be something based off of coverage. And because his coverage is not consistent, I don't think he's going to be a turnover machine. Now, can he pick something off? Of course. I think most, linebackers can pick something off every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? A clock is right at least twice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, twice a day.
Yeah, at least twice a day, right? So it could be that type of situation, but I don't think he'll be a turnover machine. I think that would be something that would be predicated on someone that's actually, more livelier in coverage.
And turnovers too, or it's those guys are usually the ball hawks are usually the film junkies. They're looking for tendencies and they're picking up stuff that other guys can't see. So hopefully some of that stuff rubs off on these other guys. And I don't know, anything's possible.
I'm a little bit more optimistic than y'all guys because I think
That's good.
The way he closed gaps and create pressure on the quarterback, hurry passes. I think he can force the quarterback to rush the ball. I think that he can create fumbles. He may not be the one the beneficiary of it, but we got to remember this is a gang defense. We're gonna have gang defense because it's not gonna be one player that stand out. For too long, we keep looking at Max because he was the only guy on our defense that was consistent that we could call a star player or a top tier player or whatever people want to call him. But if we could play team defense, kind of like Seattle, who's on their defense, I really didn't know how any of them were, individually. But they played well as a team together, even when they had injuries. So I'm thinking that we're going to look more like that. So I think we're going to be all right. I think if Nakobe and Quay can, recreate their college dominance, which is asking a lot, I think our turnover margin will significantly increase. Because we definitely were causing turnovers. Max was causing turnovers. But I just think we're going to have more strengths on the field in more places opportunities where we can cause turnovers. +5 more turnovers, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, y'all in the chat Raiders. Hey, where y'all hacking in from? Put y'all area code in the chat so I can see where the Raider fans be at, where the nation at, where we got flags at. Make sure y'all hit that like button too, please, for your boy in the gang. Because they pulled up like the ice cream truck. And we trying to get the thing cracking because we talking about these linebackers. Because I think we do need to address that in draft. But we will talk about that in a minute. But let's get to Nakobe Dean, the other Bulldog. So while Quay was a tackling machine, Dean is often viewed as the brain and the blitzer of the duo. Let's take a look at your boy.
Raider Nation, and we got us one. Nakobe Dean. He's a red dot, 3-down linebacker. Off ball, but he can get after the quarterback. When we usually blitz, we're in a mug. So that means the linebacker comes up. He's just coming from depth, running right over you, not putting any moves on you. We love that physical presence of our defense, because that's what we want our teams to be. We want to be physical on first and second down. When we send our linebackers, this is what we want. No running around, just great job there. That's how you rough up a running back on a blitz. He can do a little bit of everything.
So kind of sounds like what I was saying in regards to he's more of an outside, but he can, right?
From the inside.
Yeah.
But they want to try to make sure it go from outside in. So
like he's an outside linebacker, but he can be the one that gets the call and makes the call, you know.
Nakobe Dean's the traditional linebacker. Quay Walker, he looks more like a tweener. He's 6'4", 240 something. That's more like a defensive end, a smaller one, but they throw him at linebacker.
Yeah. Let's look at his stats, because last year was a roller coaster year for him in Philadelphia. So he started the season on the IR while recovering from a patella tendon injury that he sustained in the 24 Super Bowl run. And he had 10 regular season games. He played 10 regular season games. He recorded 55 tackles and 2 forced fumbles. Despite missing 7 games, he posted a career high 4 sacks. The PFF actually rated him 3rd amongst all NFL linebackers in pass rush efficiency. He had a 92.3 grade, making him one of the most dangerous blitzing linebackers in the league. What y'all think about that?
Danger. Get on the floor. The
man's right there.
Hey, to me, all the pressure's on Rob Leonard. How is he going to use all these guys?
That's what I've been saying this whole time. To me, he's the weak link.
Well, yeah, if you stick anybody against Kubiak, I mean, like, our defense is going to be the weak link. But he is the big question mark on this team, though. I ain't gonna say he not, because he is the big question mark on this team. Because we don't have a clue what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a clue what anybody gonna do.
That's all I can.
We don't know what Kirk Cochains is gonna do. We don't know what Mendoza gonna do. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing.
So, I'm cool. I'm cool with Nakobe Dean. He just need to stay off the table. If he can stay off the table, then it's all lovely. But that was one of the issues with Nakobe Dean. Is not his
I don't want no linebacker in here pussy popping on the table, man. What we talking about? What we talking about? Man, ain't no linebackers need to be pussy popping on the table. So what we talking about?
Hey, I'm just saying he need to stay off the table.
Yeah, for sure. Because even when
the Eagles run get a table dance, can a nigga get a table dance?
No, I'm talking about, you know, saying that injury table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, okay. He need to stay off. That's what I'm saying, man. Clarify what table we talking about.
He don't need to be getting worked on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But that's Nakobe Dean. Like that. Even you know, even when he was with the Eagles, when he's on the field, he's great. But it's just when he's on the field. So we gotta knock on wood if you with me. You know what I'm saying, in regards to his health.
Yeah, for sure. Because he was definitely the Eagles' run defense was significantly better with him on the field, dropping from 127 yards allowed per game to under 85 yards once he returned to the lineup. So he a boy when he on the field. Got to just stay on the field.
We see the Chargers are in spread. They're in 11 personnel. And again, we have this creeping linebacker. Now he's in the mud look, and we know Justin's a pretty big guy. Handles him with ease. Does an amazing job here of getting a fumble again. So that shows you his awareness of the ball. And that's what we like. We need to take the ball away. Another great job by being physical and strong at the blitzing situation. And those kind of linebacker dogs, we're going to call on. And we're going to have, those sets where you're going to be off ball. You're going to be able to roam around a little bit and kind of time it up. So that shows you his rhythm and vibe of the game.
I don't think there's too many running backs that can stop him. Honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot of running backs that can stop him. You know what I mean?
King Henry
he gets to moving.
King Henry, I don't know about that.
I said there's not a lot. I didn't say it wasn't none. I didn't say it wasn't none, Nate. Come on, bro. I didn't say that much. I said it's not many. It ain't a lot.
I don't know any linebacker that can stop King Henry. Just being honest.
Bullshit.
Spillane
Bullshit.
cracked him, no.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I seen him get
Quay
cracked a
Walker
couple
put that
times.
nigga on his ass. Quay Walker put him on his ass. So, bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah. That was one highlight. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm just saying.
But no, we're not
Hey,
saying
it was a
nobody
big
gonna
one, though,
stop
brother.
Henry.
It was a big one.
Hey,
But let's keep it real though. Like, let's keep it real. Sure, it might not be a lot of players that can stop King Henry, but at the end of the day, it boils down to play calling and scheme. Because with Lamar and Henry over there, you would think that they would be unstoppable, which they
Why we
are
talking about
unstoppable.
King Henry, bro? I thought we was talking about Nakobe Dean.
Because someone brought it up.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. Like, are we talking about?
Let's talk about Kobe Dean.
Stop Nakobe Dean on a blitz, bro. That's what
let's
we
talk
was talking about. Fuck these other teams and other players, man.
Yeah, let's talk about Kobe Dean. He signed a 3-year, $36 million contract this March to bring his Bulldog mentality to the Vegas Raiders. Here's what changes for the Raiders. He's a green dot contender, known for his elite football IQ. He's a natural candidate to wear the green dot. So we call the defensive plays. Aggressive scheme fit. New DC Rob Leonard likes to bring pressure. Dean's elite blitzing ability allows the Raiders to generate sacks from the second level, taking some double team pressure off of Max Crosby. So, chemistry, putting him with Quay. The Raiders are getting a plug and play chemistry. They don't need a year to learn how to play together. They already won a national championship doing it.
And they've been practicing together for years.
And they've been practicing wherever with each other for years. But the big question is, can he stay healthy? Because when he's on the field, Pro Bowl caliber.
We got one of the best.
But you can't play 17 seasons. I mean, if you can't play a 17-game season, it's all for naught because the best ability is availability. But this is the best linebacking duo the Raiders had in a decade at least. So, what do you guys think? Can he stay healthy? What do you guys just think about him overall?
Great pickup. I loved it the day we picked him up. Him and Quay. It gave you a little bit of hope because at the time we also lost Max, and it didn't seem like we had much direction on defense, but they gave you a little bit of hope with hopefully their camaraderie or their cohesiveness, at least playing together in the past. It gave us something to kind of look forward to. The Bash Brothers.
We're gonna call them the Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
This is the second year that we've got a linebacker. You know what I'm saying, in free agency that I actually wanted in the draft. I wanted Devin White, you know what I'm saying, coming out the draft. But we got him a little too late. And then now, Kobe Dean is another one that I definitely wanted to get in the draft. And we got him on I think this is his first contract out of his rookie contract. So I like him. Just
Did
gotta
Devin
stay
did,
healthy.
did Devin White get swooped up yet?
Not
I'm
aware.
not completely sure. Let me see.
All I can
Do
really
you got? Go ahead.
all I can really say is Strong J, everyone. Strong J. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Strong J. Yes. Yes.
Sanjay.
That's it. It's
Y'all,
you.
tell me if y'all know what movie that's from. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We gonna check y'all movie
Strong
game out. If
J.
y'all know about that. Strong J.
It's,
So
it still says Las Vegas Raiders, but we already know what time it is with Devin White.
Yeah.
So do you guys think ultimately that these guys can protect the middle of the field, knowing what we know about these guys, their strengths, their weaknesses, with injuries included? Do you think ultimately, though, overall, they're going to be able to 2x our defense, our linebacking core from last year, or just are they going to be able to hold it down, or do we really need to find another player to complement uh, a man-to-man scheme or a zone scheme? What do you guys think?
Why, yes. Yes, I am, Bruce. Yes, I am. Yes, they can protect the middle of the field. You know what I mean? Both run and pass. Um, they First off, they're gonna be monsters in the silver and black. I'm telling you, these is two guys that love to tackle. They love to hit. They love to be physical. You know what I mean? Something the Raiders have been missing in that linebacking core for a pretty long time. You know what I mean? You know, honestly, I want to say the last linebacker we had that truly loved to hit. You know what I mean? Love to get physical. Love to be just crazy dominant. Denzel Perryman. It's the last time we had a linebacker that truly loved to get physical. You know what I mean? Because he was after Vontez Burfict. I would have went Vontez, but I got love for Denzel Perryman, bro, because that boy played physical football when he was with us, man. That was that boy, woo, 154 tackles in one season. Ah,
That's a lot of
154.
muscle.
154. So yeah. So I feel like they're bringing back something they're bringing something back to the Raiders that we haven't had in a while, and I believe the middle of the field will be very secure under their watch.
Gazelle, what you think? I don't know. I don't, I'm giving I'm getting you not too. I don't know what you feel about these two guys. Like so.
Well, I've seen them play a lot when they played Alabama and Georgia, so they were impressive then, and I think that they'll probably just be as impressive now when they play together. So I think that's one reason why we kind of reunited them, because they want to bring that kind of discipline and that kind of physicalness to the defense that we've been missing.
Yeah, and that continuity too.
Yeah.
They still got to have that continuity in this defense. You know what I'm saying? And we're unfortunately we're not going to be running the Georgia defense. So yes, there's some familiarity, but they have to tie it
I
up with what Rob Leonard's cooking.
Yeah, I always say this: you don't have to have a star at every position. You just have to have a star at every level. That's all it requires.
Okay. That might be one of the smartest things I heard you say.
You know, you got 2 stars on your front line right now in Quay and Max Crosby. You know what I mean? People might not be high on Quay, but Quay is a star. You know what I mean? I just don't think he's being used right in Indianapolis. I feel like you pair him with a Max Crosby, and the boy really blossoms. He gets a chance to come out that cocoon. You know what I mean, and become that butterfly that he's been in hiding with. And then you got Nakobe Dean and Walker at your linebacker spot. Another 2 stars. They're stars. I don't give a shit what you say about his injuries or whatever. Kobe Dean is a motherfucking star. He's a star rara. And if we do keep White, and I'm hoping we do keep a Devin White, because Devin White can play outside linebacker. You put those 3 bad boys on the motherfucking linebacker. You working with something. You working with something. I don't think the writing is on the wall for Devin White to leave. I think the writing on the wall for him to get added to the linebacker corps. You now have, even if he just plays backup, you still have a trusted backup that you can insert into that defense. So, shit, I hope they bring back Jamal Adams too. I think he gone, but shit, bring him back on the vet minimum. You know what I mean? Or actually, you can't pay him vet minimum because he had the most tackles for your defense last year at the linebacker position. So you're gonna have to pay him a little bit, but even still. At least your linebacker will be fine. You know what I mean? And then you add some, you got a couple of guys that you've been, projects that you've been working on. Maybe they, fully blossom. And then, you got the rookies that you're going to draft or bring in UDFA. They're going to have something to learn from too. So, yeah, what's the harm in having 3 or 4 veteran linebackers, that these other 5 to 6 guys can learn from?
I'm confident with these guys, but we do need to bring in some depth. But Kobe Dean, I don't know. I just hope these guys don't get injured, because then we're gonna be suspect in the middle. And that's the place you don't want to be suspect at, because teams take advantage of that all day. They run them down mesh routes or running back, running in the middle. They'll just eat that up all day. So hopefully they can stay healthy and we can see more of this.
Go ahead.
We're going to see here right away. I mean, this is the kind of football player that you need when you're talking about stopping the run. Strength to speed is something that people talk about here, and understanding diagnosing the play. Bam! And right here, making a play, you diagnose the play, kind of understand what's going on, and hit and pull the trigger. Right here, bam, pull the trigger. Look at that. Great body control. You love that aspect about Walker. Once you have timing, kind of understanding that body control, being able to dip that shoulder a little bit so that guard can't hit you. You come.
Oh, what the hell happened?
We saw this.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
You hit the wrong. Did you hit the wrong? Are you high?
Hit the wrong clip.
The big time play.
I'm not high. But I'm looking at something else. That's why I didn't never see it. But here we go. Did we see it? Oh, we saw the Justin Herbert.
And up, so that shows you his rhythm and vibe of the game. And when we talk about 3 down guys, we're talking about someone who can drop in coverage, someone who can hit the gap like this, play behind the line of scrimmage, being so athletic and really, really forcing the defense to be able to find ways to create opportunities for a guy like this, adjusting and now hits the gap, shows enough speed there. That's that great spark that you have to be successful at linebacker, being able to roam around, your lineman doing a great job of keeping those guys off front, you're adjusting to the sweep, kind of understanding what's going on. That's textbook tackle from a middle linebacker. one of the best running backs in the game. This is another part. You're on third down. You got to drop to your zone, but you have to make an open field tackle. That's just right. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Nakobe Dean does an amazing job by getting in your drop, getting your eyes back to where, and then really doing a good job of having that field kind of general sense of where that running back is going to catch the ball and find a way to get that open field tackles. Nakobe Dean getting it done, all three down.
Yeah, we definitely need three down linebackers because we used to sub out our linebackers and they couldn't cover well. So and then we would go into like that nickel, you know. So I think they're gonna be all right. But let's talk about Twan's before we do that, y'all. Make sure y'all, hey, y'all want to join the sub club? Go and hit the you feel me in the corner. Hit that sub button right there in the corner, so you can hack in with the Bay Area Raider Talk. Let me see. Bruce Willis says communication factor between both of them is going to be top notch. Communication is key on that defense. I mean, because communication will make up for lack of knowing the scheme or whatever. Because if you ideally know what the other player like to do, then you can compensate for strengths and weaknesses. Let's talk about your boy though. You say Tommy Eichenberg?
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah, so, I'm optimistic on him. He definitely has to take a step. You know what I'm saying? In progression. But I think, like I said, I think if we ain't got anybody, to be that third linebacker, I think he's that third. Because I think it all depends on coverage, right? Because sometimes we'll have two linebackers out there, sometimes we'll have three, and obviously the base is a 3-4, so how it depends on how they want to run it there.
Yeah, because Walker and Dean, they the high profile names, and he's kind of like the slept on guy. But he's loved in Vegas because he like the blue collar, quiet guy. He was on special teams, had a historic special team season. So people are liking him, and that's generally how you earn your way into playing your position is being a standout on special teams. If you show that you can accumulate tackles on special teams, especially if you're a linebacker, then they're gonna give you some burn. So I think he is gonna get some burn this year. This was his second year in the league, and let me see. He didn't start the season as a defensive mainstay, but he became indispensable. He became indispensable by the end of the year. He had a franchise record. He set the Raiders franchise record for the most special team tackles in a single season, finishing with 23 tackles on kick and punt coverage. This broke the record that's been standing since 94. 94. He played 88% of the snaps on special teams across 17 games, proving that he's a reliable player. And he was a gunner and a coverage man on the roster. So,
still think Devin White is a bigger threat.
Oh, than Eichenberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Eichenberg's probably just more natural linebacker.
Yeah,
do you think he can play all three downs or
no.
cover?
No.
You think he can cover?
No.
So he would be more like a third down?
He's a special team captain. You know what I mean? And he's a relief player for, a gassed linebacker. But he's honestly, he's never going to be anybody's starter. He's just not.
Knock on wood. If one of our interior linebackers get injured, how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being
I'm very confident that they'll get somebody from another team. But he's not starting. He's a relief.
well, he came in at the end of the last year.
Yeah, and
He
played
played the
really.
final 5 games, and he got 13 solo tackles and a pass deflection in
Okay.
the game in the finale against the Chiefs, showing that he can hold his own on the base defense. So you
Man,
gotta
played a
give him some
half-ass
chance.
Chiefs team, bro. Stop it. We played a half-ass Chiefs team, bro. We didn't play Mahomes. You know what I mean?
I have to agree with Jordy on that.
We played the fourth
started down
string.
the middle.
We played the fourth string quarterback, bro. We played a guy that
Oh, wait a minute. No, see, this is why y'all funny.
We can't help who's on the schedule. You know what I'm saying?
No, hold on now. No,
We
wait a
can't
minute
help who's
now.
on the schedule.
No, wait a minute. But now, I got 2 things for one. Matter of fact, y'all in the chat, what y'all smoking on? Smoke them if y'all got them. We smoking on the bar. We on a late night train tonight.
Hey, Bruce Willis, you ain't never lied, brother.
Smoke them if you got them. I'm not saying that I'm saying that he earned his way to play on defense, so we can see what he got, because he earned it. You know, I'm not saying I don't know what he's going to bring to the table, but my main thing is this.
He was depleted with
My main
injury.
thing was this. Go ahead.
He didn't earn it. We were depleted at linebacker with injury.
He earned it. He played on.
We didn't have any linebackers. He had to play.
He played.
He had to play, bro.
Sounds like what we're gonna have this year too.
He didn't have to play. But even if he did get on by injury, he still earned his way.
That's not earning it just because you the next man up. That's not, you didn't take somebody's spot.
So that means you got it because you the next man up.
Knock a ball.
But it is possible that you can still earn your way on the field, even if you were the next man up.
Yeah, he earned his way on the field with special teams.
That's how you do it. Yeah, you must don't know. That's how you earn your way on the field when you're a player of his caliber.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what happened.
A lot of people play special teams, never go nowhere else.
Yeah, but a lot of players don't break their team franchise record.
Terry Crews played on everybody's special teams.
Terry Crews didn't do shit.
He was on everybody's special teams.
Forget all that. Forget all that. When y'all over here glazing AOC, and I told y'all, oh, they beat a third string Kansas City Chiefs team at the end of the season, then everybody was quiet. But now y'all want to sit there and hold it against Eichenberg because he was playing. I don't even know who the third string quarterback was. It wasn't Minshew. So when I said it was wrong, but now when Dirty said it was right.
And there's a difference. There's a difference between being able to name the guy and not being able to name the guy.
You ain't lying.
I'm just saying, bro.
No,
he was able to name what, when you said AOC played, I mean, the defense of Kansas City. But then we played the guy we don't know who it was. That's a big difference, bro. That's a huge difference.
Well, y'all could say he didn't earn his way on. I'm gonna say he earned his way on. He was reliable.
He earned the opportunity. Yes, he did earn an opportunity to show what he could do. You know what I mean? I'll give you that. He earned an opportunity to show what he could do, even though it was given to him due to injuries to other people.
Right.
So I have to put an asterisk next to it. I'll give you that, but there's an asterisk next to it. Because he didn't step up and take anybody's spot. You know what I mean? That's earning it to me. You know what I mean?
No, that's earning the starting spot. I'm just saying he earned his way onto the field to play defense. because he was playing special teams. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that the boy supposed to start and then.
No, okay.
I ain't saying all that.
Yeah.
But according to
He wanted the
PFF,
opportunity to display his skills.
but according to PFF, he was one of the few Raider linebackers to finish the season with 0 missed tackles.
Well, right
Well,
now,
shit, you ain't supposed to miss out of 13, nigga.
Players miss tackles all the time. What do you mean?
You ain't had enough attempts to miss out of 13, bro.
Well, when you're a third string linebacker, you miss tackles. Like, what do you mean?
I understand, but you had 13 attempts. You made 13 tackles. I'm just
No,
saying
he didn't have 13 attempts. He had 13 solo tackles.
If you'd had 45 tackles and say maybe 2 missed tackles, we'd be like, okay, cool. That's understandable. But when you make 13, you ain't supposed to miss no tackles.
Yeah,
you ain't on the field enough to miss tackles.
You can say that, but people you can say that, but players come on the field that ain't never really played and they miss tackles, bro. I'm just saying, like,
I hear what you're
come
saying.
on. I don't understand like how you can not miss tackles and you can still make it a bad thing. That's the crazy thing.
I'm not trying to make it a bad thing. What I'm saying is, when you are given the opportunity to prove your skill set, you don't have the fortitude to miss anything.
But it happens all the time.
I know it does.
But he didn't.
I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I didn't say cut him.
I didn't say you said that either.
He's not a starter. You know what I mean?
Well, I believe coming into this season,
does he give our linebacker role, that decent backup that we've been asking for? Yes, he does. He gives us that depth piece that we've been asking for. I got no issue with that. But if we're gonna put him on a level higher than that, then shit, y'all smoking better than me right now, because that's not where he belongs. He's at where he's at. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get any higher.
You don't know. You don't even know what he can do. But now, you making it seem like you keep trying to frame it like you keep trying to frame it like I'm saying that he's supposed to come in and compete for the starting position.
No. I never.
All I'm saying is he's transforming from a special teams special freak. That's what we used to call special freaks. He was a special freak. Now you working your way onto the field. Now I'm saying he's gonna be a rotational thumper, because he really can't really cover like that. He really gonna be in on short yardage. That's what they kind of use him for. So I agree with you that he ain't gonna come in and compete for the starting spot, because I can see us drafting a linebacker and the linebacker be better than him. Exactly. I can see that.
That's what I see.
See that.
That's what I see.
All right, guys, I got to roll.
All right, brother.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah, right on. You guys have a good night. Later, Twan. Later,
All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Let's see what we working with.
Doom.
He said he's right where he at.
I mean, we got him. Well, we got him in the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? He's he's getting it out. He's getting it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? So if they can bring somebody else in, that actually can, either a higher draft pick or someone that actually can really get the job done, then yeah, by all means. Because right now our linebacking room, and that's why I said earlier in the live, like, we need linebackers.
Won't cry. I won't cry.
Yeah, you posted. You the one. I'm in the middle with this. You seen something in him that believe that he should be on the field. I think he's a good locker room guy. Anytime you set a franchise record or whatever, your team is going to rally behind you. He's probably a good locker room guy. He's a bridge between the special teams and the defense. He's an insurance policy in the event that somebody do go down.
And that's what I'm looking at. Like you said, an insurance policy, like, because right now when we look at our linebacking group, what is he, the third linebacker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Let's see what Barry White got to say before we go to Cody Lindenberg, another depth player. If y'all don't like Eichenberg, I hate to hear what y'all say about this guy. What you gonna say about this guy?
Bet you by golly, why? Wow.
If we got Eichenberg in the 5th round and Lindenberg in the 7th round,
let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on. This dude, man, look, no, not he's not him. He's not him, bro. I'm sorry. He's so far behind the curve, bro. I don't even know if he'll make it through. You know what I mean? The final cuts, honestly. Don't think he makes the 53 next year.
Well, he's a 7th round pick, so
I know. I'm just saying. I honestly don't think he makes the 53.
Well, didn't he make it last year?
Yeah, but this is a whole new coaching staff.
No, I'm just saying he made it last year, so why wouldn't you bring him back?
Because we didn't have any. We had less options last year. You know what I mean? We're not fully stacked at linebacker this year or anything like that. But you know, I feel like once the draft is over and they bring in like 3 new linebackers, you know what I mean? If he can't outperform the 3 that they bring in, he's out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not going to bring in 3 linebackers out the draft.
You don't know that. They could bring in some
I do know that
play better than him.
I do know we're not going to draft 3 linebackers.
I didn't say draft all 3. I just said if they come out of this draft, including UDFAs, with 3 linebackers, and he don't outperform those 3 linebackers that they bring in, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's common sense. Like, of course, if you don't outperform them, but I'm just saying, like, that's if we do that. Based on what we have right now,
I think we might bring 2 out the draft and 1 out of UDFA.
Maybe that's possible. But as of right now, he on the team and he played last year.
Yeah, I hear you. But if I bring in a UDFA that outperforms you, why would I keep you around?
Why would you keep anybody around if you fucking get a UDA to outperform you?
That's all I'm saying. It's not just entitled to him. I'm with you on that. If I bring in a UDFA at any position and they outperform a nigga who played here last year, that nigga who played here last year is gone. You gone. You lost the spot.
It's a numbers game anyway, because in regards to Lindenberg and himself, the only thing that he really was doing was like going back and forth from practice squad and special teams. So it wasn't like a situation where Eichenberg was on the special teams, a star on the special teams, and every once in a, you know what I'm saying, every blue moon got a little look, you know what I'm saying, in live reps.
Wait a minute, man. I agree. When you are a 7th round pick, you gotta earn your stripes.
Mm-hmm.
But he played in all 17 regular season games last year. So you tell me that don't mean something?
On special teams.
I don't care where he played at. It doesn't matter.
It don't mean
he
nothing.
Played all 17 games. Like a 7th round pick usually don't even see the field. Now, granted, the reason why he saw it because we were that bad, but he played in all the games though. He started the season before we got real bad.
Does it count if you suit up?
And I get it. He only has 7 tackles all year. I get it.
You're not winning this case.
He only has 7 tackles. And he's the backup at Eichenberg. I get it. I'm looking at the positive here, y'all. Come on, let's look at
Hey, look.
positivity here.
Do you remember the time?
That's why I said we need linebackers.
Yeah, we do. We do. Okay, all right. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
Because
come on.
and
Who's
that's
losing
just
sleep over a
again.
nigga that made 7 tackles, huh? Who's losing sleep over a 7 tackle nigga, huh? Nobody. Nobody at all, bro.
No,
He
I get
made
it though.
7
But
tackles.
so we didn't sift it through our linebacking core. And the issue is
We ain't got too many.
we don't have too many. Hold on, let me see something.
we ain't got too many.
We need help.
Yeah. But we knew linebacking was a priority in the first place. You know what I mean? We knew that. That's why I say, if you can get Devin White on a friendly contract, man, you do that. Why not? Go ahead. You need it.
That'll
You need
save
it.
us.
At this point, you need it.
That'll save us another year.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to bringing him and Jamal Adams back if Jamal is still available. You know what I mean? If he's still on the roster, I'm not opposed to bringing them two back.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Adding something to it. You know, I'm fine with that. That gives me 4 veterans. 2 guys in the middle that I can count on. And 2 outside guys that I can still count on as well. Devin White didn't have a terrible season last year. You know what I mean? He did not have a terrible season last year. And Jamal Adams played pretty damn well to have, lead the team in tackles. So for me, what I mean, shit, I almost felt like he almost had, how many sacks did he have last year? Yeah, I know he had a couple, or at least some TFLs. So, I'd be fine with that. I'd feel that'll make me feel more confident about being in the top 17. I'll tell you that defensively. It'll make me feel more confident about being in the top 17.
We need some linebackers, y'all. We need some linebackers. Hey, can y'all rate the like button? Chat raiders, can y'all if you ain't hit the like button yet, can y'all rate it one time for your boy? And we're gonna run over the special teams real quick, just briefly, real quick, because we kind of lightweight got some issues there a little bit too. But the Raiders hired veteran Joe DeCamillis as a special teams coordinator. DeCamillis. He returns to the NFL after being in South
Oh no, they
Carolina.
hired 2 people. They co-coaches. They hired 2
Co-coach.
people. They
I got
co-coach.
you. I got you. Marquise Williams is the senior assistant special teams, and Tim McConnell is the assistant special teams coach.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
Joe DeCamillis is what, yeah, because he wasn't in the NFL last year, but he was a Royals Awards nominee, and that goes to the best assistant coach in college football. Normally, it's an offensive coach or a defensive coach, but the fact that he got nominated as a special teams coach should give you an idea his attention to detail. So, our special teams, our new special team signing, Matt Gay, he signed to replace Daniel Carlson. He's expected to provide stability and high accuracy scoring from 50 yards. We got Sagoon Olubi. It's Olubi. And he's a guy that we brought in because he blocked a punt against us with Indianapolis. So we liked it and we saw him. So we got Connor Hayward too, the tight end, fullback, special gadget guy. So we're gonna use him. So what we really gonna watch though is Matt Gay, because he had a bad season. He started off bad, ended up okay. He split his season to 25 season with the Commanders and the Niners. I don't even know why we got a Niner kicker. But
he can't handle the pressure.
yeah, that's what it looked like. But with Washington, he played 10 games. With the Niners, he played 2 games. With the Redskins, his field goals, he was 13 for 19. With the Niners, he ended the season 4 for 4. So he ended up 17 for 23.
Them
He was
6 misses was for the win too. Those 6 misses were losses. Those were for game winning field goals, and he missed.
So the Redskins lost 6 games by 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Yeah, so he was kicking 68.4% with the Redskins. He was 100% with Frisco. So he ended the season with 73.9. The longest field goal with the Redskins was 56 yards. The longest one with Frisco was 47 yards. However, he was 26 for 26 in extra points. So he's 22 for 22 with the Redskins, aka Commanders, 4 for 4 with Frisco. Now, this is the one that we paying attention to. 50+ yard field goals. He was 4 for 9 with Washington, and he didn't even attempt any for Frisco. So, like you say, uh, it's the pressure and these long kicks. Now, I don't know what we saw in this guy, but he does have a history with D. Camillus. So he worked with him at the Rams during the 21 Super Bowl run, and he was like 94% that year. So he's hoping that he can get his confidence built back by this guy and return to his elite form. I don't know. Should we bring in some kicking competition?
Yes. Yes. Hey, look. When they said they signed Matt G, because I ain't anyway. Matt G, I
We're gonna
said we
call
need
him
to
Matt.
get
Hey, the G is silent.
hey, we I seen enough to say, hey, why he need to be here. So that just tells me they using him as a holdover.
Because I'm unhappy.
Yeah, definitely unhappy with his play.
Unhappy.
I don't know. I
Unhappy.
don't know how I feel about it either, Alfredo. I don't do that either.
When
So
I already stated when we signed him, I said that was gay.
it was
Gay.
the G
Gay.
is silent.
Gay.
Are you trying to get the stream kicked out? Okay, I got you.
No, I'm just saying, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm just saying that shit was terrible, bro. Come on, man. I don't
It was
mean that in the sense of what
it
people may
was
think.
but the
That
G is
shit
silent.
was, man. I'd have rather went back. I'd rather ran it back with Carlson, bro.
I was
I'd
gonna
rather,
say that, and I'm glad you did because I was about to say that. I would have rather ran it back with Carlson than we was gonna act like that.
yeah, if we was gonna do this, bro, I'd rather ran it back with Carlson.
Right.
I don't think Carlson really was that bad.
No, I'm
I don't
sorry.
either.
I
I
was
think the
thinking what you
blocking up
was
front
thinking
was
until
terrible.
Dirty made me look it up, and that boy numbers plummets every year badly. Badly. I mean, like a level. He kept going levels down. I felt like you. I promise you I did, and I looked it up,
I told you. I told you.
and I was like, damn, we gotta get rid of him.
Yeah,
We do.
but
But if we was
damn,
gonna
not
go
for
get
something worse.
but
Not
the
for
G was
something.
silent.
You don't get rid of something. If your car, just needs a battery, you don't get rid of it because it needs a battery. You know what I mean? And then go get you something that needs tires, a battery, and a paint job. All you
Right.
needed was a battery. Now you got to go get something that need more work than what you had, man. I'm good, brother.
That's a good analogy because he did need a battery in his back. That's all he needed.
That's all he needed was a battery, man. He just needed a jump.
Hey, with the
Hey,
G, He need a
Hey,
battery, a paint job, and some tires. You're right.
hey, Matt G got the brakes beat off of him. Then, I was gonna ask you this question. Do you think part of Carlson's issues last year was because of protection?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm, because he was going down every year since he got paid. When he got paid, his production dropped a lot.
All I'm saying is this Miles Logan guy owes me money. And if I don't get it soon, I'm going to start talking. All I can tell you is he's gay. Gay, gay, gay.
Mm-mm.
That's all I can do, bro. It's terrible, bro.
Well,
Why are we
he
talking
definitely
about this dude?
Because
because he's on the special
they
teams.
thought it
He will
was the
not. He will
smartest
not
thing
be
in
the
the
kicker.
world to bring him in.
He will not be the kicker by week 9, bro. He will not
Oh,
be the
definitely
kicker by
not.
week 9.
We're gonna run him out of town by week 5. But
He will not be the kicker.
as soon as he missed 3 field goals over 50 yards, all our field goal kickers got to kick over 50 yards since Janikowski. And now they're kicking 63 and 65-yard field goal with the balloon ball. So I ain't hearing nothing about you missing 50-yard field goals. I ain't hearing it.
Hey,
I am not
Alfredo,
hearing it.
we had Carl Nassib in a jersey, so I don't think it should bother you that much.
No, it's gonna bother me very much. Let's talk about AJ Cole, the bright spot of our Raider team. Bright spot. His raw average did dip slightly this year compared to his record-setting 23 season, but he still remained a top-tier field flipper.
Now his kicking definitely had a lot to do with the blocking up front.
Yes, I
His
agree.
kicking definitely had a lot to do with the blocking up front because his accuracy was there. You know what I mean? Just the time for him to actually get his punts off were not there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. He had a heavy workload because the offense struggled.
Yeah,
Because we ranked down there at the bottom in
I think he
scoring.
punted the most out of anybody in the NFL last year.
He punted 71 times, the 6th most in the NFL. Crazy work, right?
Crazy work.
And there's the chart up there with his stats. And then, the crazy thing, we signed Sagoon, and he got the punt blocked.
Twice.
Cole got 2 blocks, punts blocked this year. But he's kept his reputation with his elite hang time, averaging 4.16 seconds. So, what we need from him this year, we need him to justify his money.
Justify my love.
Because he got a $15.8 million contract, 11 guaranteed. He must be the best punter in the league. That's what we're looking for. We paying them all pro money. We need all pro production. So, we got rid of the other one. We'll get rid of him too. But I think he's safe for a couple though.
I think AJ Cole's worth the money.
Yeah, I do too.
I did a whole live on that. You know what I'm saying? When he got his contract, it was deserved. He's been how many times has he kicked the ball and flipped fields for us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He kind of remind me of Shane Leckler back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Where Shane Leckler had to help us with his leg and that's where AJ, I'm not saying he's exactly a Shane Leckler, but there's been moments of Shane Leckler-ish, throughout the season.
I would venture to say more Marquette Kingish.
Yeah, but Shane Leckler was definitely our best player on our team for a few years.
And that's why it's hard, you know what I mean? Because Shane Leckler was such a dominant punter for us. You know what I mean? Such a, dominant person at his position for so many years. I'm not ready to put AJ Cole in that bracket yet. I think AJ Cole is a better player. 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 I think AJ Cole is I feel like he's still in the bracket with Marquette King because Marquette King has some phenomenal punts when he was here, bro. He did a damn good job while he was the punter here, bro. So yeah, I could put him in
Yeah.
the realm of Marquette King, but not quite Shane Leckler. Nah, mm-mm. You had to punt like another 5-6 years. You gonna have to punt another 5-6 years for us to get up there.
And the last special freak we signed was a Luby. So he played almost exclusively on special teams last year. He got 11 special team tackles, a forced fumble, and a block punt by ours truly. You only seen 6 defensive snaps all season. Yeah, he got 6 snaps, no tackles. Dirty. But now he's going to be a
Six
special
snap.
teams core leader. He's going to be a special teams core leader, and that's what we hope that he can bring some stability to our special teams. You gotta win the game at all 3 phases, man.
He played 6 plays last year.
Well, defense. He's not gonna play defense for us. He's on special teams. That's why he's under the special teams section.
Special
You
teams hits the field more than 6 times a year.
No, he played defense, his natural position, linebacker, but he was played special teams all year. One thing that we had problems last year was special teams. That's the first coach we fired last year was our special teams coach.
We got our special teams war daddy.
So that's what we ended up doing. We fixed the linebacking core, we fixed the special teams. It don't seem like y'all too confident about it though. So overall, what would you give our linebacking core as a grade?
As it stands right now?
As it stands right now, going into the draft, what is our linebacking core as a grade? And you guys put it in the chat as well. I'm curious to see what y'all gonna say because I'm gonna see a C.
Oh, he nice.
What you say?
I'm C minus, close to a, you know what I'm saying, that other letter.
The linebacking core?
Yeah.
With Kobe Dean and Quay Walker, it's almost a D.
C minus.
No, that's a fair C, bro. That's a fair C. I couldn't dip below. I mean, because that's almost saying that you got 2 B players and everybody else is F players. And
I'm looking at the room in totality, and when you say
I understand, but you still got 2 A linebackers. You know what I mean? You got at least a C minus, at least a C linebacker, and Devin White right now. You know what I mean? Who's still on the roster as it stands. You know what I mean? And then everything else is like a D. I wouldn't call them Fs. You know what I mean? They're Ds. So I mean, when you bring all that average together, it's a C. It's not a C minus, bro. Like we don't have any Fs at linebacker. Even though Lindenberg ain't shit, he still ain't an F.
Oh, so
he still ain't an
Well, he
F.
got an F though. You gonna give him that strong D. He showed up to every class and everything and took notes.
He got credit. He got credit.
Yeah.
He got attendance credit, bro.
Yeah, he got attendance credit. So I'm with you, Dirty. I'm gonna give us a solid C2 until I see different. And the key factor is gonna be if Rob Leonard can elevate them from a C to a B. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So are we drafting a free? Are we gonna draft a kicker, or are we gonna give a free agent?
We'll probably get a free agent or bring one in a UDFA. I can see a UDFA kicker coming in here and giving some competition.
Yeah, we need to bring in competition for sure. So, all right, fellas. Shout out y'all channel. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. If y'all like content, Raider content, consider subscribing to the channel. This is the next to the last edition because tomorrow we're going to do the corners and the safeties. We're going to talk about nothing but corners and safeties, and that'll conclude our commitment to new excellence series where we broke down from the top down, not the player up. That's how we win championships. We started with Mark Davis, Spytek, and Tom Brady. Then we talked about Kubiak and the two quarterbacks. Then we did our O-line. Then we did our skilled players with the running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. Then we did our D-line with our defensive coaches, Rob Leonard. Then we did the linebackers and special teams today. And tomorrow we're going to do the safeties and corners. So thank y'all for hacking in. I appreciate y'all. Shout out y'all channels, though. Thank y'all for pulling up with your boy.
Go ahead, Dirty.
Oh, me, myself, and Irene. You know where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, I be where I be, and I see you when I see you.
And he at where he at.
I'm at where I'm at, and I'll be where I be. If I was everywhere a bitch wanted me to be, I'd be confused.
I can't. Twan.
Hey, Raider Twan on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, completely free. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get active. I just dropped a live today. I'll see what I'm going to be doing in regards to the draft. I might be going live with somebody, or I might just have to do a solo show for the draft. So definitely you can go over there. The last live I just did today, I just did a mock draft. I did my first mock draft, so you ain't got to worry about watching a whole bunch of mock drafts on my channel. But definitely I did a mock draft and gave you guys a little insight on, you know, what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling in regards to the draft. So definitely go over to Raider 20 and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the chat Raiders, Alfredo. Fredo. Bruce Willis. Bruce, thanks for hacking in. You always supporting. Appreciate y'all. Zay. Let's see who else. Jet Lee. Thanks for pulling up. Joel. Let's see. And if I missed anybody else, blame it on my mind, not my heart. Cerebral.
On the
Pizzle.
alcohol.
Blame it on the alcohol. Nutty. Thank you for pulling up, brother. So for Pizzle, for the rest of the guys, we gonna be out unless y'all got something else to talk about. Oh, wait, one last question. Name a player that you want to see us draft. Name one player other than Lee Hunter, man. Because I seen something about that wide receiver. What's his name? I seen his name today. I heard about him yesterday. Seen his name again today. 6'4" guy.
Branch.
Hugh Jackson was coaching this guy. Dang, what was his name? Let me look it up. But who are you guys looking to draft? The one player. Denzel Boston. Who you guys want to draft?
Go ahead, Twan.
You on mute.
It'd be nice to have my mic on, right? I know Dirty's on Lee Hunter. I like Caden McDonald. I also like Dante Coleon over there in the nose tackle in the later rounds. I also corner wise, there's a lot of guys right there and that's my concern. Like there's a lot of guys in the second and third rounds right there. You have Chris Johnson, you know, Hezekiah Masses can be there. I can keep going, man. I got a whole list of people running back. I like Keelan Black from Indiana. Seth McGowan, running back, backup. You know what I'm saying? Rotation. So there's
So
a
what
lot of
about Black though? Black and Ashton are kind of similar. I think Black would be a good compliment for him, but I just think they got the same running styles. And when I think of dual a running back by committee, I think of two different running styles. I don't know if that's a necessity or not because it don't have to be, but I'm I wouldn't be mad at the Black pick. I would not. I wouldn't. So what do you guys think? We need a safety. I do agree. We need a cover safety. Zach Branch, he got in a little trouble. What you guys think about him bringing Cliff Branch's son? Because the guy I was talking about was Ted Hurst.
Bro, a little bit of trouble? Come on, man. That shit was nothing, bro.
Well, that's why I said
That shit
little.
didn't even deserve the news that it got, bro.
It didn't.
Hey,
That's why I
It
said
did not
little.
even deserve the news that it got, bro.
I
hey,
agree.
anytime your bell is less than 2 pizzas, come on now.
That nigga Bell was $36.
That's what I'm saying.
He said
Anytime
it was
your
less.
bell is less
Well,
than
you go
2
to Round
pizzas.
Nigga
Table.
went to
Round
jail.
Table is like
Nigga went
$33.
First off, where the fuck do you go to jail for jaywalking, nigga? Where the fuck do you go to jail for jaywalking?
So
Huh?
some cop that ain't got nothing to
Hey,
do.
that cop just had a problem with him. You know what I mean? Nobody goes to jail for fucking jaywalking, bro. And then a $36
Okay.
fucking bail. Who even collects that? Who fucking do I have to get a cashier's check for that?
I
What do I
think
gotta put? What I gotta put up for collateral on the $36 bail?
the person that processed it didn't make as much money as that.
Nigga,
So they
fine for
didn't really make
speeding
no. They
is
made like
higher than that,
$10.
bro. The fine for speeding is higher than 36 fucking dollars. So what
Yeah.
this nigga go to jail for?
So I'm looking for Zach. I'm looking for the 6'4" wide receiver, Zach Ted Hurst. I heard he already NFL ready. So that's a sleeper that I'm looking for. So
Ted
hopefully
Hurst is my guy.
we
Ted
can
Hurst is my
pull
guy.
that out
But I'm
of
gonna
a
throw a
hat.
name out because Twan threw out a lot of good names, people that I kind of got my eye on too. You know what I mean? He threw out a lot of good names, but you left a name off, man. You left a name off that list, brother. You left a name off.
I gotta leave some. I can't talk about all of them.
Man, you left off motherfucking Ty Simpson, nigga. You
All
left
right, time to go. It's time to go. We out, y'all.